we'll just jump into this. Yeah, we both saw the Odyssey. For me, that's my favorite film of the year so far. I think it's not the best Christopher Nolan film. I think Inception is my personal favorite of the movies he's done. I think Oppenheimer that he did before this was better than the Odyssey, but I think the Odyssey is definitely. I mean, it's what the title is. It's an Odyssey. It's a huge like epic adventure, and I think for the most part, I was engaged from pretty much from start to finish. I think it took maybe 10 or so minutes for me to really get into it. But once they really got going on the journey, I think it's a pretty stellar film. And I mean, it's doing amazing at the box office right now. It's on track to make $1 billion if it hasn't already. I mean, when Spider-Man Brand New Day opened, I believe that weekend it still brought in like $50 million. So it's
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it also helps with like word of mouth. So people are hearing that this is such a great film. They haven't been to the movies in a while, so they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll go check out the Odyssey and see what this is all about." And I think it's just one of those films that's gained traction because of word of mouth, because of how great it is. Critics and fans both seem to love it. So, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. The craftsmanship is there. I definitely understand the kind of criticisms it gets for not being a totally authentic transcription of Homer's The Odyssey,
Sure, yeah,
on top of some of its historical inaccuracies. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's a fantasy flick.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
can get
this
past
doesn't even really happen. So,
historical
yeah,
I can get past historical inaccuracies when it's fantasy.
sure.
That being said, as much as I enjoyed the film
Mhm.
and all the craftsmanship that went into it, it's not my favorite version of the Odyssey. My favorite version of the Odyssey is getting an animated feature film. It's called
Okay,
Epic the Musical. If you
I don't think I've
haven't
seen
seen
that.
it,
No, I don't think I have.
look up Epic the Musical full movie on YouTube.
Okay, all right.
You'll find it animated as animatics. It's
Uh-huh.
about 2 hours long, and it's fantastic. It's such a authentic representation of the heart and soul of Homer's The Odyssey, about
Yeah,
a husband and father and king who is desperately fighting against the god Poseidon to get back home to his kingdom and his wife and his son. And
yeah.
just it's romantic, it's heartbreaking, it is epic in
Mhm.
all traditional sense. It's phenomenal, and it's getting an animated feature, so I'm
Okay,
excited for that.
yeah.
Homer
When's
or Nolan's The Odyssey kind of scratches some of that itch, but it's
Sure.
not as romantic. It's
Yeah.
it's not as, heroic. It's more of a,
Mhm.
he's, trying not to spoil the film for the audience, but
Right.
who hasn't seen it? Um,
Or who hasn't read this in high school? Like it's
yeah.
a story that we're all
Um,
pretty familiar with.
it's more about a soldier not wanting to go home because he feels like he should be stuck out there forever. But fantastic film. Spider-Man
Mhm.
Brand New Day barely put a dent in the Odyssey's, like, the audience that has trailed in to see the Odyssey. It's barely put a dent in those numbers.
Sure,
Um,
yeah. They kind of both films that there's a cross between the fandoms, but
yeah,
there's also definitely people who are more inclined to go see the Odyssey that won't go and see Spider-Man Brand New Day. But
yeah.
I don't think Sony or Marvel is weeping over those lost numbers for,
We're,
I mean, this being the biggest opening ever.
yeah.
So, yeah.
We're working part-time at the movie theater in the evenings. I ask every single guest that I interact with, what movie are you seeing tonight?
Hmm.
And over the past few weeks, it's either been The Odyssey
Yeah.
or Spider-Man,
Or Spider-Man. Yeah.
or their second time seeing The Odyssey, or their second time seeing Spider-Man.
Sure. Yeah.
And, The Odyssey gets a lot of hate from people on the right side of politics,
Yeah, and just to
which is
interject real
where
quick.
I lean towards.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't understand the hate for the film
When
itself.
it,
The film is
yeah,
amazing.
exactly. When it came to like the stuff they were saying about the movie, like, and this was a lot of it was coming from people who hadn't even seen the Odyssey and
Yeah.
probably weren't going to go see it anyway. But when you actually sit down and watch the movie and you just get past all that noise, you're like, so what was all this about? I mean, the
Yeah.
biggest critique I can throw at the movie is what is it completely accurate to that historical period, but because it's like that Greek
Yeah.
mythology epic, I mean, I can kind of let stuff like that slide. I mean, I play games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey
Oh
that
yeah.
has actually gotten a big resurgence because of the Odyssey movie. But I mean, you have to throw stuff like that away. This is just supposed to be an epic fantastical adventure. So yeah, that kind of criticism that they were throwing at this movie, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. It's
The
not like this is a huge historical epic that they're
Yeah.
retelling. So yeah.
the only time I was pulled out of the film itself, and it's like, okay, there's the woke agenda, was a speech Anne Hathaway gives to Telemachus.
Hmm.
Like Penelope gives to Tom Holland's character Telemachus. I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
know that was not in Homer's original writing.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
There's a little bit of
that,
flair that yeah he puts in there, but
there's a bit of modern flair there. But other than that moment,
mhm.
nothing in the film pulled me out of the fantasy.
No, no, not at all.
Thanks so much for checking out that clip from our podcast, The Assembly Cut. Always be sure to tune in and check those out, either here on YouTube or on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Before you go, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified when new videos, new clips go live on this channel. When you do that, it always helps us out and we greatly appreciate it. Go down in the comment section and let us know what you thought of the topic we discussed here today. Hope you all have an awesome and a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video.